Now that you've started to build your sculpture, you need to put it all together. That's going to require some tape. Whether you get a tape dispenser or an individual roll of tape from me, either works just fine. Just be careful on these tape dispensers of the sharp little metal edge here. Don't get cut. So say you've balled up some paper. You want to take some tape and wrap that around there. Some people like to completely mummify this in tape. That's not necessary, but use the amount of tape you need to make sure that it holds whatever shape that you want. So I just put 2 pieces on there, and that's pretty good for me. Then, if you're building onto a container, we're going to tape it onto that. Or if you're building your own, shape without a container, you continue just to add on to that first piece. I'm gonna demonstrate by showing it on a container. Say I want to add this onto here. Obviously, what I'm gonna do is take some tape and make sure I get this attached on. Okay, now I'm kind of hands free, and I'm gonna keep going down that direction. Once I get a bunch of tape on that direction, and I also like to go across this way. That helps really secure it, make it tighter, okay? So, I also check, there you go, nice and solid right on there. If I have flat pieces, twists, I can also add those on the same way. First thing we want to do for a twist is we want to tape it so it holds its shape. A little more in there. These can be some of the more difficult pieces to add on, especially if it's an arm of some sort like this, getting it to stay on here. Again, the same technique. I like to get a couple pieces of tape maybe on there, put it in place, stick those on. That's not going to be enough. That's going to be very flimsy, all right? So get some more tape on there. Try and get as many directions as possible. Maybe even a little piece under here. And then going around with a collar. If you want this to hold a certain shape, maybe it's its arm and we want it to be up there, we can get wire and tape it in there as well, okay? And then finally, flat pieces are pretty easy to tape on. I usually get a couple pieces onto there and simply tape them on like that in the position I want. And again, going in the opposite direction this way. Okay. If we look at my penguin that I started here, you can see the tape going on, taping each piece on, making sure they're very secure, not going to fall off. Once we have it all built, then we're going to be able to do the layers of paper mache, and you'll want to watch the video on that.